about how you do it or where you do it.
Bring something to the table.
Yes.
Okay. And what does good branding look like?
Good branding looks like going to
School, you know me, all about the culture, like Rashid and OG. Like, subscribe, and tell your whole street. Load this next episode with love for the whole team. Yeah, let's get serious for the free period. And drop a link in the comments, cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG, shout out to Rash.
Greetings, All Massive and crew. Rashid K in the building, the HNIC head nigga in charge.
Come on.
The Beast Ren God.
Come on.
The original article done of blood clot boy them done know. Run down a road, tell them Rashid says so.
Talk
You
to
see
him.
me?
Yo, I love that intro, bro. I love that intro. What's happening, bro?
It's the Masterclass episode 125.
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
I'm all good, bro. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm good. I must say, bro, just kicking things off. Well done on the consistency
Yeah.
of the masterclass. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard to shoot every week. It's very hard to probably release every week.
Shoot and edit.
And shoot and edit, yeah.
Yeah.
And I can imagine having a team to be able to do that and stay consistent is not easy. So it must be difficult to be this consistent.
It's not easy. It's not easy. You know, like we don't have the same crew we started with on
real.
episode 1. Yeah.
I was gonna say there's some guys I don't see around as much anymore. Nah.
I think when we started it was like 15 of us. You know, like yeah.
Jeez. And now how many?
And now there's about 4 or 5. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's dope though. Congrats on the consistency.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get into the hip hop,
let's
man.
get
How
it.
was your hip hop week, bro? How was your hip hop week?
It was pretty dope, man.
Okay.
Mufftown Heights documentary
Yes.
was launched. They were screening it the other week.
Dope.
And yeah,
Did you get to see it?
not entirely,
Okay.
but it was launched. It was screened. There was a launch, invited industry people.
Nice.
And I'm happy that hip hop is being documented.
Yeah.
SA hip hop
That's
especially.
needed, man.
It's very much needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm happy about that. You know, and did you check the roundtable episode?
Bro, I haven't got a chance to see the whole thing. I saw a bit of it.
Yeah.
Zinger came through with the controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Everybody was there, man. Like,
yeah.
because it's one thing me and OG sitting talking these
Yeah.
things, but if you invite other industry role players, you get to hear and understand different opinions.
1000%. I think it was so dope. Like
Yeah.
I caught a bit of it. I haven't seen everything yet, but from those conversations, I loved it, man, and I loved the fact that it was hip hop.
Yeah.
Right? In the sense where it's like hip hop is a contact sport, and it's my opinion is my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's no holding back.
Yeah,
There's no
and I felt that. You know what I'm
political
saying?
correctness.
I felt that to
Yeah.
say, yo, okay, cool. Like, this is what I hear your view, but I also hear someone else's view. I hear why Switch is saying this. I hear why Gigi's saying this. It was really cool to see like hip hop come full circle like that. It was really, really dope. Yeah. It was really, really
more
dope.
of these things are needed, you know.
100%. I would. My only like 2 cents to it would be to say, I'd love to watch an episode where we're sitting down with the person who was the marketing manager for Castle Light when Castle Light was building was doing the events. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a round table with a marketing manager, and a round table with a PR company, and a round table with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna do those. We're gonna do those.
That I think that is content that the hip hop culture needs, because as we were saying, like with the Math Town thing, right? It's
Yeah.
It's hip hop isn't documented well enough. You know what I mean? In fact, music is never documented well enough in the country. You know what I mean? We can say the same thing about other genres. I don't like talking too much about Amapiano with you because I feel like we're gonna sound like haters. But
no, I'm saying like there was no urgency of documenting SA music in general.
Why?
Look, Zola is only going on digital platforms with Bambata after 20 years now.
Why is that? Is that the artist or is that the label? Is that the T? What is that?
Sometimes it's the label. Sometimes it's the artist. Sometimes you discover that the artist's music is not owned by the artist himself, but it's owned by the label, and they're no longer together.
Yeah.
So like you can't do that without that particular
The
publisher,
signatures
and
fuck,
there's
okay.
a lot of like
Red tape. Nah.
red tapes involved, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we need to do. That's what
Document the
yeah,
culture
that's
a
why
lot
we have
more.
the master class to
Yeah.
to educate about these things, you know.
I mean, I would love to, bro. I would love to know the story of Magik. Do you know what I mean? I feel like they contributed to the culture so
Yeah.
well. I'd love to know the story of brands like Legends Barber.
Yeah.
They contributed to the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so many brands, there's so many groups, Boys in Box.
Yeah.
That people don't know.
There's
that
a lot
those
of
people were
elements.
students.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
elements of hip hop besides rapping.
100%.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody chases after
The
that.
rappers.
Yeah. Why do you think that is though? Why do you think people only focus on the rap and people don't focus on all the other elements?
It's the cheat code. It's the cheat code. It's rappers are the most popular. You know, if you bring Casper or KO, you know
Yeah.
you're gonna get the views.
Yeah.
You know, even though like Amakip has equally important stories to tell.
100%.
You know, but because these ones are influencers or whatever, a popular artist, they're gonna give you numbers, even though the conversations don't carry weight that much. You know, we've heard everything from all these artists, the top 10 biggest artists. We've heard everything about them. There's nothing new you're gonna discover when you bring them. You just bring them for numbers.
Can I ask the segueing out of that, nah?
Yeah.
Just a question that popped into my head. Why do you think it is so difficult for an artist to jump out of South Africa into the main global states level and it doesn't land? Why do you think South African artists, specifically hip hop artists, struggle
Yeah.
to transition from being a South African artist to being a global artist?
I think it's marketing. Like
it's
international marketing needs a huge budget. What they did with Tyler, they got everything right. You know, I don't think Nasty C had the same budget as Tyler.
How? He's in the record label.
He's in the record
There's a
label,
whole
but
record label connecting a bridge between
Yeah.
the States and
yes,
South Africa.
but if the record label doesn't put money behind it, if they don't put you in like strategic places
Yeah.
where you meet people, you do things, you push the envelope,
Yeah.
nothing is gonna happen. You know,
Okay.
I think it's all about it's not just music itself. It
Okay.
it needs an aggressive marketing.
What would
Yeah.
aggressive marketing look like? Do you know? Like if you take let me look for an artist now that's doing really well. Let's say you take Java, and you say you wanna export Java on a global level.
Yes.
What type of marketing do you think? Because I know a lot of artists try to
Yeah.
then convert into the US. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? The US sound, the US sonicness of it.
Yeah,
but it doesn't land.
No, like takes Java as he is
And
to the
export him
US.
as he is.
Yeah, as he is.
Okay.
But be strategic about it. Put him on New York Fashion Week.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let him perform there dressed in Maxhosa.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that actually.
And you know, when he performs there, there's Jay-Z, Beyonce front row. There's all these people front row.
Investors.
Be strategic about it. Put money behind it. That's what they did to Tyler performing New York Times Square New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you gotta
the prime time.
Let's just look at Tyler, right?
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, she got a huge song. Water was huge.
Yeah.
Right? Undoubtedly so.
Yeah.
But then you get a feature from Travis Scott. You don't just get a feature from Travis Scott. The reason why I'm saying this, right, is because I think a lot of the time musicians, I was an artist at some point. I still am an artist. But in my ignorance as an artist, I always thought the music will get me the feature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that, now that I'm on the other side, as well I see the other side of the lens, I don't think that the music gets you the feature. I think your manager gets you the feature.
Exactly.
I think your team gets you the feature.
Exactly.
So how do artists then go about that? How do they find the right person that can take them to a global? Because there is no way Travis Scott heard the song Water and said, I want to be on that song. I don't know.
No, it was.
There's people in the back end having conversations.
It was marketed. It was marketed. So you need to know about international marketing, international agencies that you can join and sign up with. That's why Black Coffee is managed by different people internationally. There are people who managing him locally. Shimza as well. That's why they
have international managers.
They have.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have international. That's why when you check their booking details, they say international bookings, blah blah blah. South African bookings, blah blah blah. So it's different people. There are people who are well connected in Europe. That's why they're always in Ibiza, Italy, Spain. You know, America. They have all those tours. You know, an ordinary South African manager can't get you a tour in America with like 15 cities.
Can I ask this?
Yeah.
Do you think the leap between being a South African artist and being a global American artist is too high? Do you think that we miss a few steps between going from South Africa to America? Do you think South African artists should be going to Nigeria and staying in Nigeria, or should be going to Europe? The reason why I'm asking this is when I look at an artist like Burna Boy, right?
Yeah,
Burna Boy was Burna Boy in the beginning. Burna Boy was in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Then he came to South Africa.
Yeah.
And he lived here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, he was roaming around in South African streets with the AKAs, and then he went to Europe, and I believe he stayed there.
Yeah.
And then went to the States, and same thing with the Davidos, and same thing with the WizKids.
Yeah.
Like, these guys came here and then understood the culture, made music with the biggest artists here, and then moved on.
Yeah.
And understood taking over Africa before taking over the world. Do you think South African artists miss that step, or do you think South Africa is still enough to trampoline from South Africa straight into the States?
I think it's possible, because when you blow up in South Africa, automatically you blow up in the SADC region, because what's big in South Africa.
But is the SADC region as big as the Nigerian market at this point?
It's
I mean, Afrobeat is undeniable.
Yes, it is. What you need to understand that South Africa, not South Africa, Africa is divided into regions.
Okay, talk to me. Explain it to me.
There's Francophone, where they speak French.
Okay.
You know, and that causes a barrier. We don't listen to French music.
Yeah.
We don't know any music from Cameroon or any other French-speaking countries.
Yeah.
And then there's Portuguese-speaking countries.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? We are Anglophone. We are English-speaking There's so our market is those people.
Okay.
You know, so it's almost impossible to conquer the whole of Africa. North of Africa is Arabic. They got their own music and their own language.
Yeah.
You know, so you have regions speaking different languages. So the advantage is Nigeria and South Africa, we speak English, you know, so when we export our music to America or Europe, we don't struggle that much in terms. So we sometimes we understand American music or British music more than we understand Cameroonian music.
Yeah.
You know, because they francophone.
Got you.
They're a French colony.
Yeah.
You know. So but coming back to taking South African music internationally, it needs huge budget and aggressive marketing and a proper team to take you out there. Yeah.
What about branding? What type of branding? Do you think it needs branding? Like an artist needs an identity. First, actually, before we even, you can decide which one you answer.
Yeah, we're gonna get to branding because that's our topic for today. You know, so but it's a combination of everything.
Okay.
It's a combination of everything.
And
while doing all of that, the music has to be good as well.
Okay, but you believe it's possible to leap from South Africa?
It's very.
How then? Why are they not getting it right, bro? What the fuck is the problem?
It's very possible. It's very possible.
Rashid, no hip hop artist has got it right. Let's be cards on the table. Which hip hop artist has got the transition from South Africa to the States right? How long does it even take? Are we being impatient?
Because we are exporting. We are exporting the wrong hip hop, the wrong type of hip hop.
Now, come on.
Yeah,
what do you mean by that?
Because, like, what we're trying to give them, they already have it. They already have it, you know. And when you take a Stogie T or a Nasty C to America, you're not gonna blow their minds. But if you take a Java, if you take a Big Zulu, if you take a Zulu Boy, if you take a Ntatestana to America, you're gonna blow their mind because they don't have that. You know.
I hear you.
We're
selling them something they already have.
We're trying to market Kung Fu in China. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
We're exporting the wrong shit.
Okay. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm keen to hear. I'm keen to read what the comment section says about that. But I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, bro.
You know, before we get into our topic, man, I'm excited by upcoming collabo projects. You know, I love I love collabo, but they overseas in America.
Yeah.
I just dropped a collabo project with AB Crazy.
Oh, nice.
And it's called the Brotherhood EP. And another one of my favorite is Ginger Trill and Touchline. I love that collabo project.
Oh, bro. I love that project.
You know, my other favorite collabo was Zakwe and Duncan.
Yeah.
I love that one. And AKA and the
Nazi.
Nazi. That's a classic.
Timeless.
So I love collabo projects because it's two different people. When they come together, something new is born.
You think we should be doing more of those?
We should be doing more of those. Yeah. So in America, there's Common is dropping a collabo project with
Common.
Yeah, Common.
That's crazy.
Is dropping a collabo project with Pete Rock.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Nas is dropping a collabo project with DJ Premier. And LL Cool J is dropping a collabo project with Q-Tip.
Oh, dope.
You know,
dope.
So
Nas and Damian Marley was also one of my favorite collab projects.
That's the GOAT collabo project. That's maybe number 2 after Watch the Throne.
Oof.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. I mean, I think the artists could have done more on that project. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that was That was a Kanye project with Jay-Z features.
The same as Distant Relative. There was a Damian Marley project with Nas features. You know,
Okay.
you always get one guy outshining the other.
What's your dream collab album?
Dream collab
Yeah, 2 artists that you're like, if I could get a collab album from 2 artists, it would be these guys. Who would it be for you?
Hey, man. That's a very difficult one. Hey, that's a. I'll answer later.
In the comment section, actually, also, guys, let us know what would be your dream collab locally. What would be your dream collab internationally? For me, dream collab. It was always, to be honest, it was always J. Cole and Kendrick. Mm-hmm. That was and they had hinted it for so long.
Yeah.
Right? They were like, this is coming. Another one was Drake and Rick Ross. Mm-hmm. But then they had given us enough. They'd given us so much music that the two of them made so much sense. You know what I mean? I think they'd even put out something called YOLO. They dangled the YOLO project, but never came out. Those would probably be there. But I would be excited for them, but I don't know if it would be my dream one. But I'd be very excited. But those would be my dream projects. Yeah.
I'm still gonna think about it. You know.
Yeah. You got too much years in you.
Yeah.
That's why you got too much.
It has to be organic. Sometimes when it's forced, it doesn't work. You know, like Jay-Z and R. Kelly thing didn't work.
You feel like it?
It didn't work out.
Best of both worlds.
It didn't land.
I get you.
Yeah.
But do you think those should be done? How important do you think timing is with that? Because when I look at, for example, Drake and Future collab, that for me was fucking beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Right? Jay-Z, Linkin Park. I was young, but that was fucking...
I prefer those.
Cross
genres.
Yeah.
I prefer those, you know.
Like, just land.
Yeah, just do that. Do that. Like Ethandiswa Mazwai and a Big Zulu.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something that you know that this is a moment. It can never happen like this again.
You know what I mean? I love cross genres.
Yeah.
You know.
Timing of it. How important do you think? Do artists need to be in their peak? Do artists need to be in their come up? Do artists need to be in their OG phase for something like that?
I think they need to both have fan base. Yeah, both be relevant. Don't like use one as a crutch.
Yeah,
you know, like you see what Big Zulu and Sjava did.
Yeah,
they were both in their prime.
Yeah,
you know, and they both had their fans.
Yeah,
you know, so let it be like that. Let it be like that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
So, yeah, man, I'd like to see more collabs.
Okay.
So,
I agree.
Yeah, let's get into a topic. Let's get into class. Let's get into the classroom.
Let's get it.
Let's talk. You asked earlier. Let's talk artist branding.
Yes, sir.
You asked about it. How do you brand an artist, and what is it required for you to become a brand?
Okay, let's first look at what's the difference between branding and marketing. I'll give what I think my definition is.
Yeah.
Right. I think branding is identity.
Yes.
Right. Branding speaks to what is the identity of this artist.
What are you about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Marketing speaks to sales.
Yeah.
Right?
Selling that brand.
Yeah. How do you then sell that brand? Right.
Yes.
So that is branding. That is marketing.
Yeah.
I think branding is probably one of the things that it's so important, and it gets missed because it's very close to impossible to brand something or brand someone when they don't know who they are.
Yeah. Or they didn't identify the market.
Yeah.
Who are you doing this for?
1000%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I always make this example, when Big Zulu branded himself as Nkabi, going for Brentwood and the Cavellas, he knew there was a market for that. He knew there was like taxi rank niggas, you know, there was hostile niggas that will identify with that, you know. So music became secondary, you know. So when they see you, they see themselves. So they were like, okay, let me listen to this Nkabi. What is he has to say? You know what I'm saying?
Big Zulu's very, sorry to catch you there. Big Zulu's one is very interesting because the brands, the market he was going for didn't seem like hip hop brands. They don't seem like hip hop markets. You know what I mean? Branding yourself as Nkabi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How important is that to say it doesn't have to be your brand? You can be hip hop, but you
can bring that market over here. You can bring that market, like I'm speaking these people language. I'm dressing like these people. Culturally, I go to my and eat nyama enhlogo. So I'm these people. I'm gonna make them listen to my music.
Yeah.
You know, Pro Kid did that with Amapantsula, who hated rap.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm gonna do this kind of dance. I'm gonna speak your language. I'm gonna talk about the stories that you know. You know, fed the folk all. Ungapheli umoya san. I'm gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bring you over here. You know,
it's converging.
That's how you target your market and go for it. You know, that was his brand. You know, a lot of artists, they just do random songs. You don't even know who you're singing it to.
Why do you think
you're hoping somebody somewhere is gonna like it, but you are not branded.
Why do you think that is though? Why do you think artists don't focus on branding enough?
There's no planning, because you need to plan, strategize, and execute after identifying your market. Like Boys and Bucks was about the Mpahlas, Umswenko, whatever, and then you had thousands of kids in Bram following that cult. Yeah, you know. Wanna dress like cool cats, MXs, what, you know.
KO, same thing with the Karakara era, with the bucket hats.
Yeah, with the bucket hats.
You
know, you had people identifying with that. You know, sometimes it can be a gimmick. Like Pitch Black Afro, you had an afro. Oh, that's Pitch Black. That's your brand. You had Casper with a ponytail.
Yeah.
You know, he decided that I want to look like this. I want to be known as this guy. That's branding. A lot of artists don't even brand themselves.
Does branding require risk? Do you think there's risk required? Because I'm just looking at, like, for example, Casper as an example, right? With the tail, right? He was being hammered about.
He was being, but I saw a lot of kids at Back to the City with ponytails.
For real?
Yes, with Casper in your vest. Merch.
Crazy.
I'm like, shit, this shit is working. Yeah. Sometimes it might seem funny to you, but it'll work for other people. You know what I mean?
Who do you think should be responsible for the branding? Should the artist be responsible? Should the artist get a brand manager? So,
sometimes, you sit down with the team and talk about it, discuss it. You know what I mean? And find a way to execute it.
Do you think hip hop is correctly branded right now? Do you think it's false branded or correctly branded right now? Right now, hip hop doesn't seem like, let me give it to you as it is.
Yeah.
Do you think hip hop is correctly branded right now?
It's not. You find people who are trying to brand themselves, you know, but it's not landing because they don't do it aggressively. They don't do it aggressively, you know. So it's not because you can pick any rapper randomly.
Yeah.
And like, oh, so and so, what's your brand? I know you have a song, but like,
who do you speak to?
Who are you talking to? What are you about? You know what I mean?
And most of and you say most artists don't have that.
They don't have that. That's why in America, you have these drill kids who are shooting each other. Their music is about that.
Yeah.
Their music is their music is about that. They know exactly who they talking about. That's why they do millions of views in a day. You know, because they have a niche market.
But the States has a way of making it look not forced. Do you know what I mean? You look at a Travis Scott and you don't think that a Travis Scott has a plan. You think he just goes into the studio
because
makes music.
You know why? Because it's you don't target people outside of what you are. If you're a Nkabi and then you approach the Nkabi market, it's natural because you're a Nkabi, you're not forcing it.
Yeah.
It's not like me, I wanna target the Rastas.
Yeah.
I'm not a Rasta. I'm not. Yeah. I'm just trying my luck.
So you feel like we're forcing it. You feel like hip hop is forcing it. South African artists are forcing it.
They're not forcing it. They don't know what they're doing. You know, who are you marketing to, and how are you marketing it?
What's wrong with you, bro?
How are you marketing it? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're not forcing it. They ignorant. You know.
But do you think that's? I mean, don't you think that's like where the record labels come in? Right? Record labels come in and they're able to understand how to export you as a product.
They
right?
do. They do. But the record labels, especially South African ones, right now, they very minimal with spending. They look at the ROI. Are we gonna get the return of this investment?
It's business.
Yeah. So they very minimal. You know, it's very rare where you find people going all out like Tyler's team or Tyler's record label to say, you know what, you have one song, but you're gonna cross over the new year in New York.
How important is it for artists, hip hop artists, to have investors?
You do.
How important is it?
Hip hop was created out of investors. Record labels.
Talk to me. Can you break that down for me? What do you mean by that?
Record labels. Every hip hop record label in America that you can think of was funded by the drug dealers.
Every record label
you can. From Rockefeller to Murder Inc. to Death Row to every record label you can think of was a hip hop record label in the States.
So then, if that's the case, then why
funded by the drug dealers, and they put a lot of money to clean it. They did all these things.
But then, if that's the case, Rashid, then why are artists opting to say, "I want to be an independent"? How in what world would that work?
The independent. You can't be independent without the budget. You can't. Independent means you're depending on no one.
That's facts, though.
Yeah,
that's
people always confuse being unsigned and being independent. Just because you're unsigned, you're not independent.
There's a difference between unsigned and independent.
Being independent means you can afford. You know, you need to pay for PR. Boom. You're not depending on it. You need to pay for a music video. Boom.
Yeah.
You know, you're not depending on a record label to say, hey, here's a budget for. You are independent because you can afford. Because you can afford. You know, we are using this independent. No. Rappers are broke. Rappers are not independent. How can you be independent when you're broke? You can't afford PR.
You're just unsigned.
Yeah, you're just unsigned. You're just unsigned.
Okay.
You can only upload your shit on YouTube and that's it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So most rappers have branded themselves as independent and unsigned, Like it's a
They
good
they
thing.
think it's the same thing. They think if you unsign, you're independent. No, you're not independent. Can you book your own flight and your own hotel to Cape Town for an interview? No, you can't afford it because you're not independent.
You need an investor.
You need an investor that you can depend on.
Okay. It's tricky though. It's tricky because
It's very tricky.
most of the artists don't trust investors. They don't trust.
It's
record
very
labels.
tricky. You need
Because the branding, just back to branding, sorry, the branding of a record label is that they are sharks. They will come and they
True.
will take and they will leave you with nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like it has been proven that artists need a budget, need a funders. You know, Ambitious made it because they had the funding. Mabala Noise made it because they had a funding. You know, without money, you're not going anywhere. No matter the talent, you're not going anywhere. You know, because if there's a funding, they can
swallow, man.
they can afford to organize a radio tour across the country, fly you to Durban, accommodate you, fly you to PE, accommodate you, fly you to Cape Town, accommodate you, fly you back to Joburg. You know,
Yeah.
all that requires a budget. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
if you can't do that, you're not independent.
Can you answer me this? What do you think, in your opinion, what do you think good branding looks like? What do you think bad branding looks like? To say, okay, cool, this is what you define as bad branding. You didn't have to fucking name drop anybody.
Yeah.
But if you can say this is what bad, so someone who's sitting there saying, yo, bro, my music is dope.
Yeah.
Nah, but I hear branding is just a new word to me. I thought branding was marketing. Like, I thought
It's not even about how you look. It's even about
what you represent.
what you represent, what you do when you're not on stage, how you post on social media. You know, if I'm a brand, I wanna sponsor you. I go through your timeline and then I see you offending people and offending other communities, offending other races,
Yeah.
offending other political parties. That's bad branding. You know, that's bad. It's not because you can't just rely on talent with a bad attitude.
Yeah. It's hard to invest into that.
It's hard to invest into that. So branding, it must be like a 360. Okay, how do I post? How do I speak on interviews? How do I carry myself in public?
Artist development.
Yes, you know.
How the fuck are artists supposed to know that though? Like how does a kid from Soweto like I feel like that's like I feel like you're basically telling a kid, just sign, bro. You can't do this. How is a kid supposed to know that is an intricate part in becoming a household artist? How? Because all kids want to do is make music and make money.
But they
from
need
the
to
music.
they need to learn and understand the business beyond the music. They need to watch the Masterclass podcast.
There we go.
You know,
My man.
You
All
can't be going to events and get drunk and hoping for brands to take you seriously. You know what I mean? You need to even if you smoke or drink, like be conscious about how you do it or where you do it.
Bring something to the table.
Yes.
Okay. And what does good branding look like?
Good branding looks like going to the orphanage, dropping off some groceries,
Got you.
going to schools,
Paying it forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to schools, deliver a speech, you know, something positive and uplifting, and sanitary pads.
Yeah.
Big Zulu has been donating shoes.
Being
Shims has
aware.
been donating shoes.
Okay.
Yes.
Being aware.
Yeah. Work with the NGOs.
Yeah.
That's good branding.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good branding. When you approach companies and say, "Yo, I need 150 school shoes. And this is what I've been doing. They see the good initiatives that you involved with,
and wanna
jump on it. That's why when you do that, that's why when you do something wrong or something negative, they dissociate themselves with you. Like, nah, hey,
it's not gonna land.
We're not working with that guy anymore. We're taking our car back.
Yeah.
Taking our endorsement back. You know, so yeah, good branding is important. How you carry yourself, how you speak, the initiatives that you take part.
Can I ask this thing?
Yeah.
Because I definitely agree with you in that.
Yeah.
I agree in the sense of bad branding. I agree in the sense of good branding.
Yeah.
But I also feel like a lot of the time artists don't the ball is always in the brand's court. The fact that it doesn't matter how good you brand yourself. You know what I mean? Let's take it outside of hip hop. Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Fucking clean brand, bro. Clean brand. Cheats a little bit here and there. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, one bad move in 20 years.
Yeah.
Or however long he was a golfer for. Right?
Yeah.
And that gets removed. And all of a sudden, your brand becomes bad. In one move, your brand can become bad. Isn't that scary for artists?
Here's a theory. You know, you have two buckets, a bucket of pure water, and a bucket of piss, a bucket of urine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's this going? Yeah.
You take one scoop of urine, you pour it on pure water. Everything is ruined. Everything is ruined.
That's fucked up, though.
But you cannot.
That's so fucked up.
But you cannot look.
I hear you, nah.
But
that's fucked. You hear what I'm saying?
Listen.
Yeah.
In other words,
so fucked up.
you can ruin pure water with one scoop of water. But you can't reverse it. You can't purify urine with one scoop of pure water.
That's so deep. That's so fucked up, though.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's so fucked up.
So
bro.
what I'm saying is, it takes one fuck up. It takes one fuck up to ruin your 20 years of cleanliness. It takes one fuck up. It takes one accusation.
One form of bad branding.
Bad branding. So you cannot compare to say, no, but I've been clean for 20 years. It takes one drop of urine to ruin pure water. A full bucket of pure water. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of urine. The whole water is ruined. You can't drink it.
Damn. I think that's the fucking best way to give an example of what bad branding can do.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it is the fucking truth.
Yeah. So, in closing, I just think that artists need to learn more beyond the music. You know, branding, marketing, business, everything. You need to know. You know, so you don't go out there swearing on TikTok or live on Instagram. The brands are watching. Even if they're not watching right now, when they get your proposal, they go back to your timeline.
And they check.
And they check.
And they double check.
Double check. They do the background check.
The scary part about branding, or the scary part about the internet, I will say this, right? I know we're closing, is you never know where it's going, right? There's some things you'll see on the internet that's like, okay, this was said 10 years ago, but you didn't know that in 10 years, this is where it would be.
Yeah.
Do you hear what I'm saying? So it's so difficult to, I feel like when you're on the internet, you're walking on eggshells because you don't know how what you say is going to be interpreted. You don't know what part's going to be cut. You don't know how someone can take something and spin it in a completely different direction.
Yeah.
And sometimes we forget that, this is opinion.
Yeah, it is opinion. You know, sometimes it could be like you said this thing 10 years ago. And when people go back, like Slim said this, and then they put it on blast, they make it go viral. But the thing is, you never retracted. You never came back and say, this is how I was feeling at the time.
Yeah.
I had to unlearn and relearn. This is how I feel now. You know, people just leave things hanging and hope they're gonna go away. You know, I remember they pulled out Boydie's tweet talking something about homosexuals.
Yeah.
Like, no, I was young. But yes, you were young, but you never made any statement after that. Say,
moving forward.
Yeah, I retracted. I don't feel like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, that's not how I feel anymore. You know, as long as you don't retract, people are gonna think you still feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot make it an excuse and say that was 10 years ago.
Okay. It's tricky.
Yeah,
it's tricky. I will close off in my opinion when it comes to branding, to say to artists out there, business people out there, even know who you are.
Yeah.
Know what product you are, because you're a product. That's what you are. To be honest, if you're an artist, you're a product, right? And know who your target market is.
Yeah.
Right. Once you know your target market, you'll know how to brand yourself. Like, Big Zulu is an incredibly great example of knowing his target market.
Yeah.
And was able to brand himself according to his target market.
Yeah.
He's not for everybody. He understands that he's not for everybody.
Yeah.
He's comfortable with not being for everybody. But for the people he's for, they are for him.
I think as humans as well, we know the difference between wrong and right. You cannot say, I don't know how people are going to feel in the future. You know, offensive is offensive.
Yeah.
You know, when you take it back in the days of Shaka Zulu, there were no prisons. But still people knew what's wrong, what's right.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
They didn't say, okay, if I knew there was going to be jail, I was not going to do this.
Yeah.
You know, humans from the word go, we knew what's wrong, what's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
1,000%.
So we shouldn't make excuses that I used to hate this community because of this and that. No, hate is wrong.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. So out there, ask yourself, as an artist, as a business person, as a person in the industry, what does your brand look like? What is your brand? Who are you speaking to? Why are you speaking to them? And more than anything, if you feel lost, you know where to come.
So branding is important. Branding is important. I receive songs every day. Like, okay, I hear the song, but who are you talking to?
Yeah.
You know, where is it going?
Yeah.
You know, if you were to start a tour, where would you start? Where would you go? Identify places.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even know. You just want to be on stage wherever it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
I absolutely agree.
You know what I mean? I think that's the wrap, and we're moving to our feature called Free Period, where we profile rappers and producers, artists and producers.
Yes, sir.
Artist-wise, we have this one called Olefied Khetha.
Olefied Khetha, who is that?
Google him. Check him on YouTube. He's quite nice. Yeah. Olefied Khetha, he's from KZN.
Okay.
Hopkuli is playing the video in the background.
Yes, get it.
Yeah. So as I believe he's one of the next artists to blow up.
Okay.
Yeah, he's quite nice.
By the way, how does one get on this segment?
If you want to be on the Free Period, just post your YouTube link on the comments.
Okay.
And then we'll check.
Find it.
Yeah.
That's
and then,
dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's our artist of the week, Olefied Khetha. Check him out.
Nice.
And producer of the week is Jahlom Psyche. Jahlom Psyche is from the East Rand. He's a hip hop producer.
The East.
The Beast Rand. You know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Jahlom Psyche from Davidton.
Okay.
He's produced for artists like Maradona and a couple of artists in the East Rand.
Okay.
He's quite dope. I hope he breaks through to the industry, to the mainstream. Check him out, Nkuli. I hope he's playing something there. Yeah. His name is Jahlom Psyche, our producer of the week.
Dope.
Last but not least, reviewing the album of the week.
Yeah.
We have, you must check this guy out, OB Magik.
OB Magik.
OB Magik. He's from Durban. He has a new album called Superstar Mode.
Okay.
Superstar Mode has like 17 tracks.
Nice.
17 tracks. Nice features as well.
Okay.
You know, he has a song with P-Dog, Amazing, Celestial Mike, No Sleep. I like that song.
Yeah.
He has Superstar Mode, the main track with Touchline, featuring Touchline.
That's my favorite rapper right now.
You know what I mean? So, quite a dope album. He has a song with Maraza as well, Amazwiga Mama.
Yeah.
Beautiful song.
Nice.
You know, he has a song with Len Rose.
Oh.
Beautiful features.
Dope,
It's a dope project, man. Okay. Like 17 songs, he went all out. He went all out. I have few favorite songs there. I have few. You must check it out. OB Magik, Superstar Mode. Check that out. He has a couple of videos as well on YouTube. It's available on all DSPs.
Nice.
OB Magik 031. That's our artist of the week.
Dope.
I'm rating the album. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
It's quite a beautiful album.
You're giving it a 9.
I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
That's dope. That's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, that's worth checking out.
That's a stamp of approval.
He gave me an album. He sent me an album before it dropped. Like, give me feedback. I kept on mising him. No, I want to review it on the podcast. I don't want to give you an exclusive review.
Yeah.
I want to review it for everyone. You know?
Dope.
So yeah, that's where we're
fire.
at. That's where we're
fire.
at. OB Magik, the Masterclass podcast, episode 125.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Black Slim
my dog. Thank
sitting
you
in for
being
OG.
here, man. Yes, sir.
We're out. Catch you out next time.
Peace.
Masterclass.
You know me, all about